Hey gang, Joyce with Skipping Calves Farms here. Um, well, it just took a minute or two to let the sheep out, and as you can see, it's still coming down snow. There's a bit more on the ground than there was just a few minutes ago. I thought I'd give you a little look-see inside the chicken tractor as well. Whoops. And then I think I'm probably going to head on in because my fingers are freezing. I was able, if you'll notice, my rain can, my watering can, I use that as a bucket for my watering my chickens. Notice it's on its side with the sprinkler away from me. Why do I do that? Because when I dip it, I use the sprinkler and the handle as a nozzle. So the part that's on the ground, if it's got frozen grass to it, it stays out of the water and the water stays clean. There's just a little bit of slush on the top. You can see where I kind of cut through it. It'll probably, you can see where I took some water out and you've got the slush on it. And you can kind of see the slush here. I know most of you guys, it's like big deal. Well, I'm southeastern Tennessee and I'm a southern girl. I grew up in the one state you had to go north to get in the south. You know what I'm saying? So, an hour ago, none of this was on the ground. So, it's just getting started. My fingers are on pins and needles. And so this won't be a long video, but young rooster, he's usually kind of kicked out of everything. Nobody else really left. They just kind of hung around in here. I was inside for a few minutes. And basically, that feeder is damaged, so you can't fill it all the way up or it'll fall apart. I topped off their water. I added a little bit of scratch to each of the feed bowls, and I added some scratch to the feeder. I was going to go refill that bucket immediately for the pellet feed, and got overridden when I prayed about it. So we're just going to leave it as is. We're going to leave the birds in here with the door open. This is my young rooster, who's probably is Big Boy's son, and he's got the double comb on the top of his head, and I call him Small Man. It's Small Man doesn't know his name yet, but Big Boy knows his name, and Big Boy's got eyebrows. Yeah, you said it, Big Boy. White Mama is my broody hen. My previous rooster was a fluffy buff Brahma, and she's half that and half Australorp, and you would never know it. There's just a few black flakes in her, and evidently the one egg that she did raise is that rooster outside. I call him Whitey. And evidently he was her egg. Maybe that's why the only one of 10 that survived. I don't know. But, so we put in hay in here. I didn't have enough wood shavings to really go around to go through wood shavings built up into the box. I've got the tractor turned so the snow and water won't get in. And, I'm actually wearing a raincoat, and you're like, why are you wearing a raincoat? See, I got a raincoat on. And I'll tell you why I've got a raincoat on. Because I live in a little tiny camper. That little camper under the roof is next to a 20-foot old U-Haul box. See how small it is? Yeah, it's about the size of a minivan. And the biggest challenge in living in a small space like that is moisture. Oh, there's Whitey. He's hiding out. Let's see if I can get this to zoom in. He's hiding out underneath the boat. That's one of their favorite spots. And so he's really pretty. He's got the white and black feathers on his neck and down his chest. But he is kind of on his own. It's just he and Mom, and he's never been incorporated into the flock. And that's just kind of the way it is for some of us. And so we've got snow coming in. It's blowing in from the north. It's starting to cover the ground, and we're supposed to have a good little bit for us down here because we just don't have the equipment or the means to handle it, and nobody around here knows how to drive in it. So my goal is to stay safe, stay warm, and be in a position to take care of my animals, which means I'm not going anywhere. So back to the raincoat. Why am I wearing a raincoat? Because I've also got my insulated coveralls on, and the snow's going to hit the raincoat and not, hopefully, a lot of it's going to stay as ice, or, it's going to melt and stay on the raincoat. So as I come back into my camper, I'm going to take my raincoat off outside and shake it off. That way all that moisture stays outside and doesn't come into the camper. So in case we do lose power, if we do lose power, that's a little less humidity that I have to deal with inside the camper. So, if anybody's gone to a drive-in movie, you know how moisture can build up inside a car just with you being there, right? So, that's what we're talking about, requiring a dehumidifier. But at this point in time, I'm fixing to shut this down because my fingers are just screaming. With that, gang, I will wish you blessings for the day, and whatever you do, just keep chasing the dream.